I believe that football brings us together. I believe in the power that peace can bring. Now we must all work together to bring about football for peace. Let us unite. Football for peace.
Oh, so you know, cause we're different, it don't mean we can't unite. For the game, do it right. Whether you win or lose, no matter you tried or you kind, we can make it a better place. So play the game, share the love, let them know say we get what we want.
Unity, love and peace on the field. One ball, one love, one goal. Even if the team different, but the aim in the game that is same. Let peace play a role.
Make we raise with glass and toast for the gift of life. Connect to the power, bring peace alive. The only race, not the human race. Running to the finish is a victory. Anytime we align. Go!
One game.
Listen to the song. We are making history. You can sing along. Don't fight. Go with the noise, yeah. This moment is all we are. We will give it all. Everybody say.
Follow me, listen to the song. We're making history. You can sing along. Don't fight the feelings. Go with the noise. This moment is all we have. We will give it all.
No matter your position,
Let's all play one formation.
global citizens, one people, one nation.
The goal is peace. We are all goalkeepers. Defend the fight we bring. The globe needs us.
We only get one shot, take up for the team. Peace is the trophy, we going for the win.
So ready, make you sign up. Search for the lineup.
From when the ref blow the first whistle till it's time up.
One game. If you check 'em, you go see, say, we are better together.
Come on. You know. Everybody, let's go.
Better together.
One game, one people.
One goal. Let's all unite.
One game, one people.
If you check 'em, you go see, say, we are better together.
All right, welcome to your favorite show. This now the checkpoint sport where they get you live from we Max Trevor media platform. And inside the show today we get plenty thing for discuss as we go look at issues that we surrounding sports in our salon. But first let I welcome me analyst way now yeah, so they wait for the other guests them for join me.
Yeah, good evening, Magdalene, and good evening to listeners.
All right, welcome here, and straight off we start with we first news this evening as government don't splash big money pan the Olympic delegation we get for left for the Tokyo Games. Well, inside the money where the government been give we see the biggest for both the Paralympics and the Olympics team. And this money now in then go use for the Olympic Games and the Paralympic Games as well, as they don't pay them the cash yesterday. Well, the money they with NSA now, as now then they in charge for sports business now the country. Yeah, this now boku boku money. Although one go say, well, other country they spend past that, but we talking last week say money not come out it, but finally money don't come out now. Yeah, you get me?
Yeah, I
You
don't.
get
I feel say the
over
question. Okay.
three 100 million where they don't splash by the Olympic teams, where for represent Sierra Leone.
Yeah, that's not good news because Nadande we all be the advocate for because we all want the government puts money transport business as alone because it's too shameful for the we see other countries and they partake at the Olympic then they were in we own country all tell go grumble money. So as you say, other people then go say na small money, but at least now we on level than they first. The little way the government they do, we need to appreciate them. And I believe say as time goes on, then more go come because if you look at waiting government do for Leon Stars, I know if you said that they don't ever happen. So not small small. So we happy for that. We happy.
Okay, we will continue with the show. And as the money where you don't see with the display on the screen, that now for the Olympics team. But now we listen out to the athletes that way for represent winner the Olympics as then self they prepare. For the first time, Judo go represent Sierra Leone and they prepare for going to the games outside and go take some athletes. Where one of them being there for talk to we in Aris.
And Sierra Leone Cricket Association.
So you say you qualify for the
Yeah,
Tokyo Games.
qualify, we're doing the preparation.
So how you don't prepare for the games?
Well, not prepare well, but the preparation all in the Olympic Games, you also get for at the Olympic training center, but unfortunately, I'm not able for the camp, so I know say I will try until I'm level best.
So when you left?
On the left, Saturday, 17 cross over Luge and then the 18 I left for Tokyo.
So who still get fight?
Well, they don't make it go it, so only when we go the 9, but they know we schedule.
So who that accompany you for go from the station?
Yeah, well, again the coach the go with me.
So waiting you want to family to expect from
Well, waiting no more for the city people. We need people and support. We need them prayer, because Sierra Leone is really easy for being to the sports here. Better support. But we thank God because Papa God they make the way for me. So let them pray for we, let we count Lawrence at this nation. We don't do we own. We don't train, with scrap, injury, but we still go and we will make them by God the power.
Well, that now Aris when I want for the athletes away for represent Sierra Leone now the Olympics games. And for the first time, like I say, Sierra Leone go get judo fighters them we go represent you inside the games. It make one point where say at this moment them for don't they now at the Olympics village or the Olympics training camp, but able for go day as we see other countries. The last time we talk about Kenya, Ghana, where they already done day in Japan. But we all athletes and still be the wait for see the support we go come from the government.
Yeah, now the issue that we always delay on vital competitions then, which is not good for we nation because as Aris just say right now, even gets the timetable when he go fight. It might be say as he just entered and say you dey fight the next day or the next 2 day where he not prepare good, which is bad because if somebody don't go there earlier, at least you go don't know exactly when you say go partake, then the preparation say go good. But for the go late, you not tell well. For go into any competition where you will get for partake, they go late, at times you know can find in a way not really good. And I believe say we will try for tackle that now the country, the big one, then wait and day before sports. We talk to them, let them try for tackle that this particular habit here because it don't become a habit. We are in every sporting a discipline as alone. Now that now we problem, and this good for we country.
Okay, I'm continue for stay with we. As we dey take more information about the Salon Olympics team or team Salon. Well, the swimmers themselves done they prepare and we get Titi Dumbuya and Joshua Wise. We then we don't go get some warm-up training at Italy and then prepare for the games proper one. So let's listen to what Titi been get for say as they prepare for the games.
Swimmer from Sierra Leone.
Okay. Tutu Dumbia, honestly, you know one of the popular swimmer right now, female swimmer right now in the country. And when I've been go a trip to South Africa all the way to Italy, first of all, tell people about your experience so far on this trip.
I get plenty of experience because like the way I be swim here, the way I go under swim, I find it difficult because yeah, so we don't get the facility and where I go under, then the way I be the jump here before, the way I they put me and where I go Italy, they teach me how for jump and now where I come back. So the training when they give me in Italy, right now I'm back at the do here.
Okay, now look at some of the facility them so far. We as you they mentioned, with now the one facility there, so probably where you go get here now, but you not been get here.
Like the way I would train. Because like we will be big so that government will help me to swimming pool. Because like yeah, because yeah, so we don't get the facility. We are going under like facility there under with the train to take for day, everything okay for we. So
yeah. So how your time of swimming is?
Because I be go China, my time I be swim 32. So like now where I be the Senegal, now my time na 30 and I still the 30.
All right. Okay. Now, and they can't travel now go the Olympic Games, and with now the assurance we go for Sierra Leoneans.
We not get much for talk because like we are to go Olympics so because now I wanna pray for me so that we are go Olympic I will go do them my best and so that my time go good so that I will go there inside final young time and I will make back for another scholarship.
Okay, and you hope for come up with something home?
Yeah, I hope to come up with something so that I don't go proud of me.
All right. So what do you go talk about colleagues then probably where you meet and how you see standard, how you see the way how then they operate?
Yeah, they're nice. So like where I deal with them, we get our fun dating every day together. So I be really happy where I be there with them.
So, what are the changes so far?
The changes like the way how I be the jump, and me and me how I be the pull me and so like where I go Italy.
Like where they say jump, like a lot of people don't understand. We don't map on top the.
Yeah, we don't map on top the block.
Okay.
Where I the jump.
For going inside the tunnel.
Yes, the jump will not be good because I be the free fall because I be the jump like now before.
Okay.
Like where I go and they teach me how to jump so that I could pass the black meter. For good year another. So.
Okay, so finally, promise to Sierra Leoneans.
Promise when I go Olympic, I will do my best so that I will put good time and I not come home without I not out better time.
I'm a Sierra Leone national swimmer. I'm a captain of Sierra Leone national swimming team.
All right. Joshua, you are one of the popular swimmer right now in the country, the male swimmer. And when I left this country about a month, going to South Africa and then going to Europe, Italy, and tell me your experience actually.
The experience is very great because it's my first time this for travel, but my first time this for go in Europe for good train. Because I learned a lot from the starting to the finishing. The training was so good and successful because now at the end I see the performance. After the training, they made like a competition to see if people improve or they learn at the training, and you see me outcome. It was very great and successful.
Okay. And what's not the difference? Training outside this country and training also. Any difference? You see any improvement?
I see difference because we not get that kind of opportunity for let the coach and go out or go study for let them learn a lot about swimming because swimming there in different forms there. You get long distance, you get sprinter, you get the type of training they really give for different categories. You get water polo. So you see, we those people Papa Governor level sponsor we, so we will get experts there for camp or they can teach we other coaches then so then we will understand they will come great because they're not better pass field. We don't know them 14 days forget the facility there we will not get but we see the challenge them.
Okay, so and which actually you were able to tell Sierra Leoneans in terms of going to the Olympic Games, what people and they expect from you?
I would say I'm going to do my best. I go do my best for make Salon proud and which they teach me or show her out to the world. Say you self can do. A man will not get the kind of facility, but you self can push hard for become the top for coming before.
Now look at some of these techniques, the style, the pattern we don't go teach now inside this one past month. We're gonna go South Africa and Italy, and then within you been get, within not been get.
Like the first time we go like just normal when it start as you jump so you start to take a breath. They tell you say you wrong. You say because it is slow your time because the starting are always faster. If you take like a 4-5 hand pull before you take a breath, that time you go down past the 50, you go decide the 25 meter. So then you give more endurance. But if you start as you jump normal, then you start to pull your head outside. You say you slow, you drag, very timely, bad.
Okay, so you don't understand all them things that they say if you go to the Olympic now.
Yeah, if I go to the Olympic, I know I will do me well. I know we get disqualification for the start, the finish, and get the game.
Okay, and so any promise because Sierra Leoneans when we talk about Olympics, government idea now that well down there for work out medal like I happen for karate, so we to see this something.
I will do my best. Fight them all hard for a happy, but then I go to book the time and set another time.
So what's gonna be your time actually?
The time will be 27.70 seconds, but the Olympic record Usman Migeta win at 26.92 seconds.
Okay, so what now this actual record where the Olympic actually they look for? What you want for Gobi? Or you want for
Olympic if I don't swim 24 or 25.
Yeah, okay.
I will be with them all. We finally
you go equalize everybody will be done the swim the Olympic time.
Yeah.
All right. So finally, what you go tell the listeners of this country, or what you your promise as they can't let go
as I can't let I don't be my promise there and continue to pray for we. Just go try your best and performance all the way to Roland, go show out to the world. See, we other country the way day. You do best really not get a privilege day, but they try to show them talent out. So you pay attention to it.
Volume. No volume. No sound. No sound.
Yeah, we get the other guest. We now Samura where we go join we very soon. Any day na the waiting room and we go begin to talk about cricket na the board chairman. But quick while bring the Secretary General for the Sierra Leone Cricket Association as since have been get for say this.
Secretary General for the Sierra Leone Swimming, Diving and Water Polo Association.
Mohamed Abdul Toure, you've been the secretary for the Sierra Leone Swimming and Water Polo Association, and a month back, when I sent the swimmers them to South Africa and Italy. What do you make up of this trip with and Kazamik?
Yeah, well, I'll be part of the plans for develop the swimmers then. Because when I go qualify in South Korea, go and in 2019, okay, because the games before the last year, but now COVID make it not happen. We promise and say we will take them to training camp for develop their skills, then back and polish the highway, rusty, and see how best they will perform and represent the country admirably. And that we do, and we're proud for some people achieve that despite all the constraints.
So what actually was lacking in them boys that in this boy and this girl we qualify for these 2020 Tokyo Games? What's actually been lacking? We prompt enough for send them go out for go get more training before going to these games.
Well, you know, you every day more than skills than they can, and we can always felt for keep with swimmers and even we coach abreast with more than trends in swimming in the world. You know, so you will say new things that come, we want to let them do. Then, of course, going to South Africa for example, it's Stellenbosch. Now, all the African swimmers that will go to the Olympic Games, and then the African Swimming Federation supports so for them. We let us have a benefit for advanced training under the when at the FINA swimming technical committee head. You know, when at the head of all swimming coaches in FINA. And I manage the clinic there and training camp in Stellenbosch. Then of course Mario Franchi and the H2O team, of course, you know, comparatively they could say Italy advanced past in those things. So we decided to back since we get a rapport, we will ask us if we do the swimmers and go train. We get an agreement. They're responsible for everything with the swimmer and for Italy, land transportation, accommodation, feeding. Then we're responsible for carrying them go at the training camp in Italy and the allowances there. So they don't benefit. I mean, as I already tell you, more than we go there, they will get from train more collateral. Because for example, the swimming pool at the Sierra Leone Stadium, not so we control the under. We get access to it, but whenever people they pay for user, like for example, June 16, they use them for so we have to take like nearly 1 week we not train. So then things and now they more than like continuous intensive training they go do. And things that wouldn't be lacking back, they don't show them back. As I tell you, coach, we go back. As I talk to you, so then this are low rights now, and the things that they do at Italy, the drills them and everything, the coach, check contact, get everything, so therefore they continue to be ready for left football.
Now look at actually waiting for the benefits going to this 2020 Tokyo Games.
Well, the benefits, I can be honest, we know they say right now. If you can consider so Joshua is just 20 years, City is 18 years, we the training for the future and then development pathway with the promote so. Yes, Joshua don't swim from the Junior Olympics. So now he can't only senior Olympian. Titi said he can't only senior Olympian. So the stars of the future. We believe say in the next 2-3 years to come, there will be household name in swimming, not only in Africa but the world. Because if you can see the International Swimming Federation don't get a scholarship up, and because they still say they get that kind of talent for improve. So we just they nurture their talents there. Then they go Olympic Games for expose themselves back. For 6 years we don't kind of decide. We can't expose them, people they know more of them and see how they will perform. But other people in there, we don't train past them before. Advanced training, of course, older than the more experienced, you know, that the older they go there with. So we don't say them as I told you, so now them, we lead them to a path. But as an association, we don't say inside the next 2 to 3 years, we'll get the best out of them, starting from the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham.
All right, that's na the Secretary General for Salon Swimming Association, where na Mohamed Abdul Toure. A quick one, yeah, you waiting the swimmers them say Titi Dumbuya and Joshua Wise, and also what do you make up of the preparation itself from the judo athletes coming to the swimmer and we get at the last time we talked to Maggie Barry where they represent the athletics. You get for go do 100-meter dash, and so it's like the delegation on the increase. Like I said the last time, before now 1 or 2 athletes some can represent Salon at the Olympics.
Yeah, I think the swimming area, I think TT and the other guy, then don't try, because I like them because they not hide exactly the experience where they can get now, like which will be say the last thing concerning with facilities in our country, because if all the sporting disciplines then they exist in our country, we need forget the facilities them, so that we go able for compete, because not of us no more we they do swimming, we they do judo, any other sporting discipline wherein we will not get the facilities. It's like a waste, you know. You read the same thing where titis say, and the same thing the guy also can say, that the facilities, not to say the other countries them where they go, then they bully them, not to say them good pass them, because of we lack facilities. It's a where then come na ya Lombardia na Italy, Milan na ya, the experience where they can get, I think they can tell, they can show them something then where them been lack some technical area, the way of jumping, all that thing, and every sporting discipline gets in your advantage and disadvantage areas them. So I believe say they don't can learn small, but if them we don't get some time, like 1 month, I believe say them for don't get more. But the small experience where they don't get, I believe say themselves will go execute that at the competition.
Yeah, and also for the first time we dey see Team Salone go get a brand where then they go into the Olympics. The last time or other Olympics there we don't pass the team Kingsless like Sarah pieces. Everybody get your own color. It so shameful. You see other teams then go carry Team USA yes, and get money pass we, but you go see team like Ghana, Nigeria, then they in uniform, but Salone not be ever get this kind facility for the uniform. For the first time, we see Labrom clothing don't produce a special Olympics kit for the team where they go Olympics.
And it's all good because now motivation, that they should say we ready for compete, you know, and we they tell Papa government thank you because then say they tried and they put their money. One let this unity and oneness continue now all the sporting discipline we are in, all of the sporting discipline inside Sierra Leone we don't lack. At least let we kick up, let we start now and do something. Let the world go know we are in. We not go for the left behind. We then say sport. All saying we then the country. We not want that anymore. When we then say Olympic or whatever sport, let we see with green, white, and blue the fly. So happy for this combination. The kit really nice and good. Yeah.
Okay, we dey tell the clothing producer thank you for this opportunity where he give the athletes them and officials the way get for go to the Olympics games. Well, that's all for the Olympics as the preparation they gone. We dey move now to other story we get for do with cricket. Well, few weeks back, the Salon Cricket Association Bido elects a new board way for run the association for the next 5 years. And this particular board, the chairman, not a new person to the association as well at all, as he been done within the system from assistant secretary general to secretary general and chief executive officer. So now that it don't become the board chairman for cricket, we get some questions for AXA with regards in journey we get for take towards this particular mandate where you don't get as a board chairman. Welcome to the show, Francis Trevor Samura.
Thank you very much, Magdalene Escobar, and good evening to the panelists and viewers.
All right, Francis, want to congratulate you on this platform for your new role where you don't get now the Cricket Association. First, let me begin for talk about the first thing we see you don't do as a board chairman. This we don't be, but this time around we see the inclusion of journalism from all around the country where the Cricket Association decide for train so that then go able to get into cricket reporting and do them properly.
Well, thank you very much once again. We decide for organize a training workshop for over 20 journalists them across the country where they write or report on sport. We train them specifically for report on cricket because cricket activities in Sierra Leone underreported. And that's not because most journalists or sports writers not okay with the cricket terms. They're not okay with the format of the game. They're not get used to the game. They don't understand what's the game. So we as an association, in collaboration with the newly elected executive of the Sierra Leone Sports Writers Association, SWASA, led by Samoris Jr., thought and fit say we for train journalists on cricket reporting. So now on this basis, make we conduct the training.
Okay, so una achieve una goal of putting all the journalists them together, and also the participants in terms of coordinating well for know exactly waiting and go for into the training.
Yes, it was well conducted and it came out successfully. We get journalists then from south, east, northeast, west, and western area of Sierra Leone. Western area, of course, divided into we get urban, we get rural. We get people that we come out to Atalolo, we get, of course, now the greater part of Freetown, we include the east, central, and west end part of Freetown. So all the journalists here, including some executives of the SWASAL, me convert na the Kintom, the hall where we organize this training. They really get an insight into cricket, a full knowledge about cricket. We start with like the background, the history, because you know go report on something, you don't know how cricket started in Sierra Leone, you don't know the history of cricket in the world. So we just go explain to them like how cricket was founded in 2006 by Australia, South Africa, and England, and how cricket started in Sierra Leone, having brought in by or introduced by a British artillery regiment as far back as 1898, and Sierra Leone participates in the first intercolonial tournament Gambia in 1835. We explained to them about the terms of cricket, the equipment, and then we explained to them also, we give them the opportunity to watch a cricket match, waiting at over, waiting at wicket, waiting at the 10 ways of getting a batsman out, waiting at the target or aim of the batsman and the aim of the fielders. All them things then we explain to the journalists who then take into consideration. Then at the end of the 2 and the 3, we focus on the standard structure of cricket, how it is being done, how, why, waiting a standard cricket reporting require. So all them things then they and teach the train journalists on specific cricket reporting requirements. And at the end of the day, the feedback from the journalists and the SWASA been very, very good. They appreciate, they thank the Sierra Leone Cricket Association for giving them this opportunity. And at the end of the day, they were satisfied. We award them certificates. Some get certificate of participation, some get participation of merit. Certificate. So it was actually well covered, in fact, by the print, electronic, and social media. And also we attract international. As I talk today, the African Cricket Association website don't publish that training day outcome of before, during, and after. So it was actually conducted, and we able to forget waiting we look forward.
Okay, that's great that una don't get the journalists they look forward to now for be the new set of people for report cricket. Now let we look into you position proper as board chairman. Like I say, you be done there into this position, you be done there into the board, and you now one person way been done they support the development of cricket. So waiting na the drive where you get for take you and the board get for take towards infrastructure development, as that now one thing where we lack in terms of every sporting discipline, including cricket in a salon.
Thank you very much, Magdalene. In fact, now one of the first set of questions the way the press put forward to me as chairman of the directors, which will be my immediate plans or actions. So I may explain to the press for public consumption that this current administration, of which I am the chairman, will be focusing on 5 key strategic priorities. We dey look at administration. We need to strengthen the governance of this administration. We need to invest in commercial aspects of the association. We need to invest anyway for source more revenue generation, mobilization of revenue generation. We will include investing on business. We not to only look forward to ICC funding or government funding, or we sponsor them. We get to do business for try for attract more funds so that we're able to carry out programs. Cricket is becoming bigger, better, and better. So you need the funding. You know only win cricket with ICC. Even if they give $500,000 per year, we need to cover something like 8,583 schools in phases. That takes a lot of money. Cricket equipment is expensive. We get to spend money on training and education. We get to spend money on facilities. We will start from scratch in a sense. We not meet the facilities that developed 20, 40 years ago. The only overall we get now immediately the ICC we not for host any international tournament. So we get tasked, we get heavy task for ensuring we develop world-class playing and training facilities so that the players them go able for the play, they will get access to their facilities, and then when they get abroad, they not go be stranger to them. So say, hey, I not get this facility now because now I can't be me play. So this now the thing they will do. Then they fall under infrastructure development. We look forward for improve on infrastructure, both training and playing facilities. We also look forward for ensuring we increase the number of participants involved in cricket. People that will participate in cricket. And are you able for increased participation? That's good from the primary school, the secondary school to the senior secondary school, and also the tertiary institutions, the universities. We therefore create the linkage from primary school throughout your studying or education career, be able to get access for play cricket, and from the university you go for play the national leagues. So we also look at the domestic structure. We therefore develop a clear we are in the player like from which the primary school you get your own tournament to organize for them. Go to junior secondary school and get a tournament. You go to senior secondary school or high school, you get a tournament. You go to the university, you get university cricket. So we therefore create the linkage. So that will make we get a proper player pathway domestically. So things that we look forward to.
All right. So we don't get your point, Francis. So we don't appoint a new local coach for the national men's team. The same way, so we work with the female head coach and the under 19 head coach when Mustafa Kalon. Let we listen to what Ian Johnson been saying inside this interview.
All right, we understand say the female team they on trials now. You go tell me what in these trials they about?
They do try for select the squad with my ICC T20 women tournament at Botswana.
So what in whose tournament this?
Now ICC qualifying T20 women tournament.
World Cup
qualifying.
Okay. So after the trials, how many players on the targets?
14 players for the tournament. ICC they say 16, but that if you come to for footing for the two, and they got 14 players actually.
But we understand say we have been already select players for this particular tournament. Why wanna begin and back again?
Well, the reason being because the players in back still don't relax. And the training they take a different turning because other coaches are involved and you need to do intensive training. we see say some other people at the end we don't get lapses, so we decide back again because we training don't get intense now. So we decide for make another trial because of new board members and new people that don't go there. So the TD wants a coach, then don't can be technical director. With the high performance coach, say okay, let them play games so that the best will be selected.
All right. So how many days or how many weeks will I get for do these trials?
We're not by weeks, by days according to the weather. But the high performance coach say they played 6 games. So if they play 2 today, the sun permits we tomorrow and go for play. But according to the weather now we play, not according to the days again. So they'll go for cover quick. There are 6 games there.
When will they expect this tournament? Who's time the team they travel?
Well, the tournament will start the 7th of September. 9 all teams for assembly in Botswana.
All right. So after the 6 matches, would that get for do the selection of the players? How you get for be?
Well, because I kick you now in the play in the place so now we had the ball in the weekend I kick you and bat as well. So kick you the high performance then and then they look through the kick you, they select the best.
Somebody we go to listen, you don't know waiting at cricket. Waiting this cricket they about.
It's about like internet life, all the players that when they play. And then they get called and scores them and then bowling analysis which them bowl. So now like internet with them set up for all players. So when you play, what you bowl and then you get them. So for example by Amy and the coach say I'm not picking me well and this person I talk for me on another talk for that day. So what you play then when you at the internet, the high performance now it's now they see everything and based on that they take select.
All right, thank you very much. Mustafa Kalon, shortly tell me how you feel about your appointment.
I feel honored, I feel glad. Yes, I feel great. And I've been waiting a long time.
So waiting at this your appointment they about?
In a local national men's overall, I oversee female senior team and under 19. Everything.
All right. So overall coach as you say. So waiting actually now you duty for the various team.
High class, where they get standard from female U19 to national.
So in this case, actually, in this kind of position, you get for work with other coaches then back again. See?
Several coaches, where they just get for work and then they work under the SNC. We're in a full team, we get success.
Some of them coaches say you get any rule for appoint them or not the association get for appoint them before you work with them.
Association will appoint them. Rules na the senior. I must get 1 or 2 women for their understanding and then send it to the job very well.
All right. So before this appointment, waiting you not been waiting.
Well, I've been under 19, I've been 15, then I've been national assistant coach. I've been on the national side, local for the past 11 years.
All right, the owner now for let you make sure say some of the most the female team, senior team, under 19 for develop. You believe say you were able to waiting the targets where they don't give so?
Yeah, I believe because I believe targets. At the end of the day, the other approaches they move on in at the same field. It's the hard work and me we will deliver.
So what will be your message to the other coaches?
Yes, well, let them continue the hard work because me set the pace. And watch them do with me, encourage all coach, responsibility to the grassroots coach under 13 schools, encourage them all.
Briefly, after your appointment, what do you want the association for do for you? Where will make you work easy?
Equipment is sufficient.
That's now the voices of the two coaches them. Sarah Johnson, now the female coach, and the men's coach, where na Mustafa Kalon. Francis, how una come to conclusion for select Mustafa, as we be see plenty other coaches then become up for this position.
Thank you very much. Honestly and truly speaking, we don't do advert what we send at the social media platforms them, both local and international, for suitable candidates for apply for the job of national head coach. Um, Having gone through the interview, the recruitment process, at the end of the day, the high performance manager make recommendation to you. The candidates they may apply are up to the task. A site, we get a report, we get a document there, we send them at the end of the day, 9th of April, we all meeting, we in a board meeting, or we therefore take decision on the high performance manager recommendation. We lead in fact to the solution or for level dissolve all coaching job or coaching roles wey may dey exist na the association and the advert job. So at the end of the day, the high performance manager tell we say in recommend because not only take decision na we dey take decision about in recommend say both candidates no be able to meet the requirements. So wetin we get for do? We get for do turn we attention to international for the national cricket head coach. But for make we get somebody back home, we go able to be ahead day-to-day activities, we go dey liaise with will be international coach who would like to appoint. We therefore appoint a local head coach. And when we appoint this local head coach, since Gabriel Anthony now when be one of the candidates that don't go na the board, when they don't elect and go na the board, he not go do coaching role again. So we therefore look among the highest qualified coaches who we get when at level 2. Level 2 na the highest who we get. Magdalene, honestly, we just dey do this as management, like for manage. The least requirements you go get for being head coach for under 19, the men and the women national cricket teams. Now, a recognized certificate in cricket coaching level 3 for get. That na the high performance requirement. But we not get nobody in Sierra Leone get level 3 qualification. So what we do? We look at the one that we at least get level 2. And the one that we get level 2, me na one, and can't be coach. Emmanuel Pesima na one, Eden about can't be coach. Gabriel Anthony na another one, can't be coach. Salia Kamsin Kamara na another one, we get level 2. You get Joseph Carter, Joseph na another one we get the level 2. He did Mokonde in Jalai University, District. You get Ibrahim Umar Sise, of course, in the side and work in UK. So Mustafa Kalona, the only level 2 coach who is Sise, he will get the job. Now, on that basis, they make give Mustafa Kalona the local head coach. Let me specify. We put them in brackets. Local national head coach. Of course, Mustafa Kalona, well experienced coach. He don't represent Sierra Leone for like 17 years in national and international cricket. And also, he get the passion, he get the will, he get the commitment. So we decided for appointing Mustafa as head coach of the local coach of the national men's cricket team. Let me specify. Mustafa Kalona, the head coach, local head coach for the national men's cricket team. So now on that basis, say we are.
All right. Okay. Unisa, they say how many people from upline go they part of the cricket team? Well, we will come to that. They just know. Thanks for watching for the Unisa and also to you, Janet. Thanks for watching us and keep sharing the page on Facebook. We actually get a ban on Facebook number post live video, so we able to broadcast from a page today. So we use YouTube and we Facebook group. But Francis, before I take another story, the international competitions that they prepare for get for do with the Commonwealth and other competitions them as well. So how una don dey put things in place for ensure say una able for meet to the time where una target for get the boys and girls prepared, and also make them able for get this kind of intensive training before them go into the competitions proper.
Thank you very much, Magdalene. In fact, we don't start for prepare for the tournament there from October 2020. Now almost 10 months we don't take to prepare when it comes to training. It just happens say the COVID-19 will make them postpone the tournaments them. But finally, we dey look forward to the first tournament of the year, where it will be the women's T20 Cricket World Cup qualifier in Botswana from the 7th to 15th September this year. To be followed by the men's cricket tournament, Africa Regional Qualifier, we will be hosted in Rwanda from the 1st to the 8th of November. If they qualify, they will stay at Kigali, they will go to Stadium, they will stay at Kigali and play the All African Finals. When at the next stage we will take place from the 15th to the later part of November. We don't already prepare budget or send to the National Sports Authority. Of course, we don't send budget to the National Sports Authority. They ask me to look at the invitation letter from the ICC. We will last catch up Zoom meeting where we get with the ICC Africa Regional Office. Then we say we will get the next week. After them, we don't do consultation. All participating nations them as to whether they prepare for participating in the tournament. This Tuesday, the 20th of July, we get the meeting where they will come to the information with regards to the tournament, the teams that will participate. We will just get the discussion for the discussion letter so that we get this letter and attach and it's a cover letter submitted to the National Sports Authority. And of course, we get another tournament women when it come up January 2022. Then at the Birmingham 2020 Commonwealth Games qualifier. So all of these tournaments, we don't make budget for them to submit to the National Sports Authority. We hope and pray that government will respond because they really need money. Since we get rain and the COVID-19 they affect me, for the women, the men, and we need money.
Okay, I go come to you back. Continue for stay with we get more question for Axie, but let we go to football now. As we see lots of international players, them especially we young players, the way now the player they expect for represent in the next Nations Cup, or hopefully the coach go select some of them don't begin make transfer to other clubs, and some of them don't start for do preseason training. Well, we see players them like Abubakar Kagbo where they see been don't make a move. Now player where they play inside Germany, he actually be don't make a move to in club where now the new club where signed up from Offenbacher Kickers to Berliner 07 on a free transfer, and actually both Bakar and in club where na Kickers get a we get an agreement for terminating contract according to the news where we get, and the player be don't move now to AK07, and he be get 2 appearances for Kickers and score 1 goal in the Regional Liga West inside Germany, and also inside other players that we don't transfer.
So great to have you here.
Now, Sule, we listen to what he say inside first interview with in winner why Combi Wanderers.
Been in the works for a few weeks now, so yeah, I'm delighted to be here.
You come up against the Chairboys a couple of times. How much did you know about the club before signing here?
I'll be honest, not a lot, but I've played against a few times now in my career, and it's always been a tough game. And yeah, it's just something that it's good to be on the other side of it and be part of it now. So.
You've seen around the training ground and obviously met the staff today. What have been your first impressions of Wycombe Wanderers?
Yeah, it's been good. I've been very impressed with the training ground and the gym, the facilities. Yeah, really surprised me to an extent how good they've been. So yeah, I can't wait to get to work.
The club have made clear its ambitions for the season to get back into the Championship, something that you just achieved last season with Blackpool. Do you feel that experience is going to help you and the squad coming into the new season?
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, I've done it last season, so I know what it takes, and played a big role in that. So I'm looking to do the same here.
How do you describe yourself as a player, and kind of what positions do you play in that attacking sort of formation or whatever it might be that Wickham are choosing to play this season?
Yeah, I'll describe myself as a player that likes to play with freedom, express myself on the pitch, do things that probably most players don't do, and bring excitement to the fans. I'll normally play out on the left or behind the striker.
Also, this summer you received your first cap for your country. What did it mean to you to represent Sierra Leone?
Yeah, it was an amazing feeling. Yeah, the love that I received out there was amazing, and yeah, it's an honour to play for your country. So I'm really happy with that.
And obviously getting stuck in now to pre-season training, meeting up with the boys, a couple of friendlies ahead. It must be an exciting time for you looking ahead and getting ready for that start of the season.
Yeah, of course. And yeah, I've just been training, waiting for this opportunity, and I'm glad that it's here at Wickham.
And fans being back in stadiums, I think we've all seen the atmospheres that's created in the Euros. That must give players a real buzz, knowing that you'll be achieving things in front of crowds with them singing your name, and a chance for you to become a real fans' favourite at Adams Park.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, it makes a massive difference, and I'm sure all the boys are looking forward to it. Cheers.
Well, that's now Sule Kaikaiwe move from Blackpool to Wycombe Wanderers, the club they na England. Also we get another player we na Bakayoko in no represent we Amadou Bakayoko in they play for Bolton where he be don't move where he be don't making transfer earlier from Coventry to Bolton Wanderers.
To get up there and have an attacking threat, so I think it was a good test today, definitely.
You came close today to scoring with the bicycle kick, but you've already opened your account against Longreach Town. How does it feel just being out there with this group of lads?
Oh, it's fresh. I'm enjoying it with the players that we have here. Josh is sharp, obviously Lee, you can see he's sharp, the midfielders are sharp. We've got wing players that can dribble, mix it up a little bit, so I'm excited to be honest. But again, getting the patterns of play going is something that we're getting a hang of now, and it's just going throughout day to day and then doing it in the match.
Must give you a big smile on your face when you got the likes of Zab, Dapo, Declan John, Declan Jones, etc. down the wings who are providing the great service for you in the box.
No, most definitely. They bring a lot of flair, a lot of speed. Not sure if they had that last season, but it's something that we can definitely mix up throughout this season now. And you need all of that throughout this league, so I'm definitely excited to see them.
You've got 2 lots of 45 under your belt. How does it feel with the legs? Like, are you getting near enough to match fitness?
Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. I think next game, obviously, we'll see if we can top it up. But getting a hang of game time and training is kind of different, but it's been enjoyable. And I'm sure everyone would want more minutes now. Everyone's kind of clearing up, so it's good.
Next up, you got FC United. A bit of a tougher test, wouldn't you say? And again, more minutes in the bank.
Yeah, it's another way to get our patterns of play going. Being a lot tidier, hopefully on a decent pitch as well, that would help. But definitely getting patterns of play and finding out ways to go and exploit up in their attack and get some more goals in us.
Alright, that's now Bakayoko, where he not represent Sierra Leone, but Sierra Leonean, where they play for Bolton Wanderers, now the new club where he transferred to from in old club Coventry. Also, this now another player where he signed a contract with a team now. Cyprus, this player named Usman Pulpain Koroma. A lot of people are Sabia for the name Pulpain. Where he free to and Eden and Cyprus signed a new contract with Aris Limassol on July 1 inside the contract, and they're part of the squad now where they train and they prepare for pre-season as well. Now a striker where done they do very well inside the other clubs the way he been done they play for. And same way so Usman now a very young talented players. According to his age, he just 18. And it play striking role for a new club. And another key where they for watch as they do wonderful job inside in club. Well, this club where he signed for na a club where Jibril Awube and Mustafa Aji, former Lyon Star players, them be also happen for play for inside Cyprus. So that now the roundup of Salon players them where they play na Europe. Quick one, let I come to you here as you see some developments we don't take place with we brothers that we don't sign new contracts and the one way they prepare for pre-season matches.
Yeah, that's my good news for every Sierra Leonean and good news to the coach also Kista because where you players and we get for represent the country they see them like then they play active football they get too much headache for the selection because now this will be the talk now. If we see players and they play now active football, rather, then they play active football all over the world, no matter outside and they but as long as then they play, we they see them very good for the country. But for then they bring players and we know they see them, then they play. We not get no idea about them, which is bad. But now that we they see them like Sule, we they follow up we they follow Sule in a new club way they and I believe say many Sierra Leonean get for be get access for the watch Sule where they play now the championship, because Sky Sport can show their games their games there normally. This is not good news for we. We happy and we believe say in the shortest possible time we will see them at the English Premier League. They play the back because the way they determine and the way they see the players and they one play, I believe say very in the shortest possible time we'll see Sierra Leonean players and they play now the English Premiership.
All right, that's we all the hope for. Quick while we look inside the paper talk before we come to Francis back. We get some interesting transfer news them and gossip. Na Sky Sports paper talk. Well, this Sunday reports them Manchester United close for complete double defensive swap for Rafael Varane and Kieran Trippier, way worth 68 million pounds. England star Jordan Sancho is said to be given the freedom of his London borough just days after teammate Bukayo Saka was recommended for the same honor. Brighton they plan for reopen talks with March over a new contract ahead of the new season. Arsenal don't be forced for undertake deep clean of the training ground after we swell of positive coronavirus test inside the academy. Wow. Juventus they look like they're ready for farm up the interest for Manchester City striker when Gabriel Jesus. Tottenham they consider one swap deal for Roma captain Lorenzo Pellegrini. Bayern Munich star Roberto Lewandowski as they put in villas together over in transfer according to a new boss trainer Julian. And Arsenal interested for sign Tammy Abraham where Chelsea do already offer number where the Chelsea and the player don't already get number of offers from different clubs the way they search for new striker. Brentford close for sign Celtic defender winner Aja for around 13.5 million pound. Manchester City star Riyad Mahrez they emphasize in commitment to the club even though Arsenal they show interest for the player. PSG they consider for offer Stamman, Kyla Mbappe, one mega contract for convince am for remain na the club. Well, that's now waiting we go able to give for now. We got a lot inside the paper talk, but we're not going able for continue. But always watch this show for more information. Here, quick one. What do you think about the paper talk and the big news about swap deals and players coming in as the Premier League and other European leagues? Them they on preparation for pre-season as they prepare for the league proper.
Yeah, and I think now the transfer right now the markets is very difficult because of the pandemic. The pandemic don't eat so many clubs, and that make it the final say we not see the big clubs and they show interest in certain players because of the wages and the amount of money where they behind them players and they. But it's all good because clubs they need for strengthens like the Manchester, right now themselves need something. The Arsenal, themselves don't they know they play European football. I believe say themselves new and need some new faces. Even the Italian goalkeeper we see and say don't go to PSG, Donnarumma, and also the Morocco player from Inter Milan, Hakimi, instead of making transfer. Good, no? We will see more of this transfer in the next coming week. I believe say plenty deals then go don't confirm in the next coming weeks.
Yeah, indeed, plenty deals then go down confirm in the next coming weeks. Well, now so we go stop the paper talk and come to Francis as we want to ask her some questions before we round up. We also see say una be done embark on local training for umpires, coaches, and score. Una hope for continue with this at school level because one thing where they still have na the country now the facility for school league for let we get players them from grassroots level.
Magdalene, for we cricket, for the past 40 years, now the Sierra Leone Cricket Association sponsors school cricket programs, whether it be coaching clinic, whether it be festival, whether it be inter-secondary schools cricket champion. While in actual fact, the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education that take that. But we, for the past 40 years now, we sponsor 100% the schools cricket program. That's now one of the things that we're responsible for the success with the youth. We get one of the best youth teams in Africa. Anytime we under 19, they go out for they do well. They know they win all the times, but they compete well. Because now the most important thing and they compete well. So even if you don't win, they win at that standard. And that now as a result of we programs in the schools. Most of we cricketers they come from the schools. And like we say, almost all the cricketers they come from the schools. Look like Edward George Geba, captain of the Sierra Leone national men's cricket. He come up from primary school down to Prince of Wales, a captain in school, the school cricket school league. He can end up for captain the Sierra Leone team cricket, he can end up for captain the Patriots when at the senior men's team. So the scoring, umpiring, and cricket development officers training. In fact, then they stop. We start out in January this year. We dey continue out the 2021 and we continue 2022 and beyond. The reason being, if we talk about increased participation, you want to increase the number of teams, you want to increase the number of players, you get to increase the number of umpires and scorers. Because at the end of the day, the game not go play without the recording scores, with the responsibility of the scorers. The game not go play without the umpires. We of course now then are the sole judge for fair and unfair play. Whether you a player out or not out when they are happening. The game not go play without the umpires. So if they expect for we overstretch. So we get 6 leagues will organize this year. League they play na Bo school, league they play na Mukule, league they play na Prince of Wales school, league they play na some cricket over. At the same time, Saturdays and Sundays, simultaneously the league then they play. So, and we look forward for complete we FBC project where leagues they will get for the play day. School, the next set of league they will get for campaign. School go the host. Magoka boys go the host. So if you get like 12 matches to play at the same time, you need umpires, you need scorers. And scorers now you need both manual scoring, you need electronic scoring. Then you need umpires. So now that's make training of umpires, scorers. Down there, every time, every moment, the programs.
All right. So now we're looking at the expansion of the women's league because when I don't try, we see the man and they play now on a board, they play other parts of the country. So how una go for expand the women's league for ensure say more girls then be interested for play cricket.
Okay. What make you see league they play now board, they play now on the Prince of Wales in terms cricket over simultaneously because we get for the first time in the history of Sierra Leone cricket, we get 15 teams participating in one league. And that one day we get for play over 100 matches. So for make we able for the league, we get for make a extend go na Bo, therefore go na Mokode, play na Prince of Wales. The women's cricket, of course, we start cricket 2008, now start women cricket. The kind prospect where women cricket is giving now the power to invest into women and girls cricket. We will use, in fact, women and girls cricket as one of the approach them for increased participation. Anything what they do for man, we do and for women. Anything we do for boys, we do and for girls. Now that we don't start this year. We organize Premier League for men, we organize Premier League for women. We organize elite cricket franchise league for men, we organize elite cricket franchise league for women. We are the youth league, we do the same thing for, in fact, we don't organize women's youth league, we don't organize our league. So we do it now for empower the women them. Use, because you get something that 51% of the population na woman the former. So then you go get less women with the play and less women with the umpire. And for the first time we get 7 women the way they umpire. We get 12 women the way they do scoring. So we really try to lay emphasis on women and girls initiatives. So that at the end we go empower the women then. What the man and
All right. So quick one, waiting at the soonest project, the project where una go come back on now inside this first 6 months or 1 year una don't take over the board. And also, like you be mentioned earlier, una be don announce for the appointment of CEO, how the process done they go.
Thank you very much. The target for me now, for 6 months to 1 year. Rabi College projects don't start from November last year. It will continue. They don't almost complete the structural design. The structural design will show you all the facilities for Sidom and whose parts them on the site at Rabi College. We will expect to get 2 world-class cricket grounds with swimming pool, indoor training facility, guest house, we will get state-of-the-art training arenas. We will do the same thing. In fact, we will do more success. We look forward to 4 state-of-the-art cricket grounds, cricket academy, parking lot, conference halls, and you go get training. You go get so many facilities like Sussex. I'm not telling you now they do ongoing process. They in phases. And of course, we don't add that for chief executive officer. Magdalene, chief executive officer, face of cricket or any cricket organization, simply because now head of management where implement or carry out day-to-day operations of the association. We are the board, now we take the shop, we utilize revenue generation, and we make policy. They will pass it on to the executive committee for implementation, of which the chief executive is the head. So the chief executive job, not to like job, not to do any other job. The job where actually when you get a weak chief executive, all the explanation of the college, Sussex, Njala, schools, participation before they look forward to. So we then look forward to well-experienced chief executive officer when we the challenges of associate members, ICC associate members. What you mean by associate member? I don't call as associate member of the ICC. While like council like Australia, so like we the associate members, like something like 70, 80 something members when the members they are the challenge for the participation. Improve the team's participation at international level. They have to compete competitively at the global stage. When we gain at the sub-regional stage to the compete, when we get to the African regional level, we get challenge. When we get to the global level, we get challenge. So we look for make we senior teams, whether it's senior be on a 19, get on a 19 competition to compete well. This now one we look for improve or transform the cricket, and the CEO is placed strategically for implement all the policies, all the projects, all the set goals, the set goals by the board. So the chief executive officer recruitment is done we don't receive one applicant from Cricket South Africa as far as southern part of Africa. When ICC level for cricket coach, they don't send it cricket, they don't send it TV. So with the advertisements, they also publicize on the ICC website, they publicize on the Cricket South Africa website, the Sierra Leone Cricket Association website, so that people, both local and international, local and apply.
So it not got for only limits to Sierra Leoneans.
No. It's not going to be to Sierra Leoneans. Like the international coach now. I mean, like the national head coach. You don't appoint to local head coach. You don't appoint the national head coach. They come from abroad because not only foreign experts get the requisite requirements, coaching qualification and experience and expertise. For take with team, go to one to team, idea. So by this time, we get to look actively involved, the liaise actively with the international coach and the performance manager to ensure discipline is instilled in our players, professionalism, fitness, toughness. All of this will actually instill in our players, so that when players they get to international tournaments, they will perform better.
All right.
They will
Okay.
perform, but we need to let them perform better in future. In the long run, they perform among the best.
All right, thank you, Francis. Quick one before we go. Waiting now, you hope for cricket, or how you they envision cricket for be in the next 4 years?
In the next 4 years, I envision cricket to be a well-structured association. We would represent the people of Sierra Leone well internationally. We they represent good now, but we need to make it better. We they look forward to the next 4 years, for play for this on grass playing ground. We need tough wickets. We need grass outfield, well constructed dressing rooms and training rooms. The next 4 years now that will be look forward. Babe College in Sussex will be like the forefront of them. We will look forward in the next 4 years, maybe we don't get some 100 to 300,000 participants across the country. We will look forward in the next 4 years to make we get a well-structured league and professional league, what we call it, where we don't start this year. We would like to improve on that elite cricket franchise here in the elite cricket franchise now only with top class players in the play that league. And then players who play the elite, not for camp play Premier League, not for camp play Division 1, not for camp play anywhere. So we can look forward in the next 4 years structure with domestic league structure, so that from the domestic league structure, we get good athletes them to represent internationally. Of course, we know the compromise governance. Governance is the top priority. To ensure that we strengthen the governance structure, we become more transparent, open, and accountable to membership, sponsors, including the International Cricket Council and the government of Sierra Leone. Now that we look forward to in the next 4 years.
All right, thank you very much for joining us. Francis, the newly elected board chairman for Sierra Leone Cricket Association, where in take over after BS for Bonskoka, we serve the association for over 13 years. Well, we want to wish you all the best in your new position, and we will know, say in a possible developmental, and you get this kind of special love for cricket, and we hope for see how you transform Midwest, how you transform local cricket to the level where they now foresee in a more better position in the next 4 years. Here, quick one before we go. You listen to CEO with sorry, we always forget our CEO. You listen to Francis, what he don't say in one of the manner way. We get people that can serve sports. They don't even get clubs, but this man gets a club where they manage. You get players the way they manage. In the owner of the Midwest Cricket Club, and in only the managing club, but he also they assist other clubs them for able for them in line with the cricket development as salon. So what do you think of what he say as we round up now?
Yeah, happy for the new chairman because all the thing you don't say it in line, especially from the first where we tell we are say they not go bring somebody we not get no idea about cricket, can put on as a coach or whatever position, as somebody we be don't player we know we get idea about cricket. But I want ask one question, I want to know how many districts they play cricket presently in Salon.
Yeah, Francis, you get that?
Yes, thank you very much. Both the play cricket, Moyamba they play cricket, and Kingston they play cricket. Na these three districts they play cricket now. Cricket, okay, so cricket they play also in a part of the local district. Of St. Augustine and other schools and ability bags specifically. This is a big challenge to win. And one of we talk more about strategic cricket development plan 2019 to 2026. Now, we should say at least all the 5 regions, i.e., South, East, Northeast, Northwest, Western area, actively involved into cricket. Make no mistake, we don't get the capacity to own all the districts at the same time. When we engage the regional headquarter towns in the first place, development hubs. Now we don't construct ground at the town. Then a development hub. Those two we don't construct ground. We don't construct the case two. We don't construct Nigeria University. We don't look to construct inside the city. Namboka, Makeni, Sal, and Kono as well. So once you don't construct the ground, because no play game, you don't get the ground. Once you don't construct the ground, you go use the facilities there, development hubs. Where other districts then become, they get training from them, so that they can take the go now. So now this will work to.
All right. Thank you, Francis. And yeah, you got anything again for say before we round up?
I know. I think they don't answer my question, and which you don't say right because they're not able for attack all the districts then or the region they want and are small because then say they face their own challenges then and then sporting discipline and we all know they need equipment then you go create the ground no more empty one as you get the equipment then before you go able get a players and where them go can play because players don't go for go play where they not get the equipment then. But I pray that all of it then don't plan, let it go to now that's
Okay.
not the most important thing.
All right, quick one before we go. Well, one of we players the way they na Spain where they play for Balompidica Lanesi where na Spanish team where na the twins them Alassane Koroma been get for score inside the 33 minutes of play na the friendly match where in team play against Bournemouth of England where we all know Bournemouth na a very good team where they don't in the Premier, they don't play very good football in England and forget a goal. Just like how Kai Kamara be score against Manchester United years ago, where they play for Kansas City. So one for congratulate Alassane. Highlights of the goal. They now we page. If you want to watch the highlights, you can go to we page Max Trabi Media platform and watch that particular highlight. They I go upload them later na YouTube for YouTube subscribers. Them thanks for following us, Unisa, Fode. And all the one and we watch with on Facebook. We sorry we not able to come to you live on we Facebook page because we get a restrictions from Facebook. But when that's clear, we will begin come live now the page. Hopefully next weekend. Until then, Mina Magdalene will be there with Francis, the board chairman for cricket, and we chief analyst where Amadou all the way from Italy. Until then, thank you. Thank you. Not forget for share and follow we page on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more sport information. This now the home of sport inside Salon Max Tribune Media platform. Until then, bye bye.